Welcome back to the Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, some big changes coming to Pluto TV. They're testing something that may give us some insight into something coming down the pipeline. Major League Soccer. Some of the owners, apparently, or at least one, wishes they would abandon Apple TV and go back to cable. We'll tell you why, and probably gives us insight to why other sports networks haven't followed Major League Soccer into streaming only. And Google gives you a dire warning if you have a Chromecast that's affected by the recent outage. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about any of the stories, check out the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. I'll put a link to each story we are about to talk about there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinion. We'll love to hear from you. If you like what we do, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. With that said, let's dive into it. So Pluto TV, late last week, briefly tested something on its login screen. So when you open Pluto TV, if you're not logged in, you probably see a little pop-up that says, would you like to log in? Or in the past, it just said, hey, not yet, when you would select Pluto TV. Or not right now, or something like that. For a little while, that was replaced by an option to log in or, quote, watch limited viewing. Now, Pluto TV's got back to Cord Cutters News and said that was a limited time language test and that no limits have been actually put on viewing if you're not logged in. Now, Pluto TV and other free services love it when you make an account. For one, it allows them to better track you and deliver more accurate ads across multiple devices. Let's be honest, they're ad supported. They're always looking for ways to get better, higher quality ads to you. Second, it does offer some benefits to you. Ability, for example, to start watching a movie on TV, pick it up on your tablet, or just maybe watch it in the living room and finish it in the bedroom. Also, favorites of channels will move between devices. There's legitimate benefits. But this limited viewing is a big issue. What does that mean? Is Pluto TV going to start putting limits on people not logged in? Put some content behind a wall? There would not be the first streaming service that was free ad supported to force you to log in. DirecTV Stream does. If you want to access their free DirecTV, which gives you a ton of free channels through DirecTV. I think Sling TV, somebody correct me, does Sling TV also make you log in? Leave me a comment, let me know on that. I'll love to hear from you. But does this mean we're going to see big changes to Pluto TV soon? They're obviously testing something. They wanted to see what, my guess is they wanted to see how many people would log in if that language appeared versus continue to the free one. But you don't say things like limited viewing if you didn't someday maybe consider that as an option. Pluto TV did not comment further on what that meant. Keep an eye on this. Pluto TV, like others, trying to find a way to deal with the ever-dropping ad revenues many of these services are facing. Even YouTube and other places are facing too. All right, let's keep moving along. One of the owners of Major League Soccer wants to ditch their streaming deal with Apple TV, where you can get for an entire year Major League Soccer for $99 and return to cable television. I'll kind of paraphrase a little bit here, but basically what he said was, when you're on cable or broadcast television, you get a huge, wide audience. But when you're on streaming, only your most dedicated fans are paying for that and watching it. And this has been apparently a big issue in growing the sport, attracting new fans, keeping fans engaged, and driving up viewership for advertisers. I firmly believe this is one of the big reasons why many sports have shied away from similar deals that would have only put them on something like Apple TV. We saw the Pac-12 recently break completely up when their TV deals weren't great, and it was looking like Apple TV would be the only deal. Many schools decided to bail for other TV contracts or in other leagues, even if in the short term that caused a lot of pain. I think in the long run, and the owner here even talked about this in the interview with The Athletic, that in the long term, yeah, this is where things are going. But in the short term, I don't think a lot of cable networks or sports executives are quite ready to make that jump at this point. The ad revenue is still higher on TV. The overall bill or revenue they get from TV deals are still higher in traditional cable networks. Until that changes, many sports are going to be unwilling to make that change. We'll keep a close eye on this. Next up, last Sunday, okay, real quick though, disclaimer, I record these the night before. So if by the time I post this tomorrow morning, if this has changed and the Google Chromecast have started working, I'll update our story in the show notes. But last Sunday, Google mistakenly broke, reportedly by not updating a security certificate, Google's second-gen Chromecast and Google Audio. These are the Chromecast players that do not have Google TV built in. There's no remote with them. They literally just take video casting from computers, tablets, phones, and the like, cast to them. Well, they all stopped working. And for now, they have not been fixed. Google issued an important warning. They're telling people, do not factory reset your device. They say, just wait, we're fixing it. There have been several workarounds posted about these. I'm not going to dive into them. I've heard some good things about them, some bad things about them. I have a little concern what happens when the service is restored, if this will negatively impact that ability. But this is a huge black eye. Google being unable to go in and fix this quickly. It's one thing like, oh, for an hour service was out 20 minutes. I think a lot of people would have been like, oh, well, that sucked. Several days is like a major issue that going to make a lot of people consider. Now, yesterday we talked that we had a whole list of different services that's still available. Upgrading to the Google TV, Walmart On, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV are all options on the table. But this is a major black eye for Google as they try to grow inside the streaming world. Now, important note here, Chromecast with Google TV, Google Streamer 4K, Walmart On with Google TV, all those unaffected, exclusively impacting the older Google Chrome devices. Hopefully they get it fixed soon. We'll have coverage out there. But Google really wants you to not factory reset your Chromecast at this moment. All right, next up. So last week we broke the news that Comcast was increasing the speed of its internet service. They say now yesterday Comcast officially announced the speed increase to 20 million of their customers for free. Now with this, you're going to see many upload speeds increase, and on many customers, the download speeds also increase. More importantly, Comcast now has a new deal for internet customers. If you have a 400 or higher speed internet plan, you can now get one free line of wireless phone service for your iPhone, Android, etc. But the catch is it's only for 1 year. After 1 year, you start paying for it monthly. I think the 1 year, if they had a 5-year deal or something, I think it would convert a lot of people. But 1 free year of wireless service is a pretty good deal. Nice little benefit to this. This offer is good for both new and existing customers. So if you're a Comcast customer already, not only are you getting a speed bump with no additional price hike at this time, I know they had a price hike not that long ago, but you also can take advantage of the 1 free year of wireless phone service. I wasn't able to figure out, and somebody leave me a comment if you know, if you already have a wireless phone plan with Comcast, can you just get that for free? Or is this a new line only? Leave me a comment, let me know if you know. All right, Shout TV is going to re-air Farscape's 25th anniversary marathon. This is where they have a ton of, well, not a ton, but several Farscape cast members come, and as they do a marathon of the show, they give insight and commentary backstage. Now, this aired last year for the 25th anniversary, but they're re-airing it this year for the anniversary of Farscape. Check it out if you're interested in that. Link in the show notes for that marathon. Hey, Paramount and Skydance Media are hoping, fingers crossed, they really are crossing their fingers, probably their toes and more, that they're going to be able to close their merger by March 20th. According to court documents, we learned that was the target date for the merger. Now, they still have not received many important approvals, including from the FCC for this. I would not be surprised to see this delayed. The contract does allow several delays for regulatory approval of 90 days. So we may be looking at maybe this summer at the latest. They did say they're hoping for the first half of 2025 earlier. I am skeptical if March 20th will happen, but there's still a slight chance out there that they're able to pull that off. We're going to keep a close eye on this on Paramount and Skydance merger, which will put Pluto TV, Paramount Plus, all the cable networks Paramount owns, under the leadership of the Skydance media team. We'll keep a close eye on it. Hey, today in TV history, if you're a Star Trek fan, was an important, or I should say yesterday was, important milestone in the history of Star Trek. 61 years ago this week, Gene Roddenberry sat down and created his 16-page pitch for Star Trek, the original TV show. In this pitch, he laid out a lot of the things that will become standard in Star Trek. And this was the pitch that he passed around and initially had a lot of trouble getting approved. Now, Lucille Ball, from I Love Lucy fame, her and her husband had a production company, and she saw it and really took a liking to it and was the one that ultimately was able to get this to go through. Now, with her support, not only did she get one pilot episode through, she ended up not liking it, the studios didn't like it, but she liked it enough to justify a second pilot where Captain Kirk was added. It was lightened up a little bit and some changes were made to it and ultimately got approved. So 61 years ago today, Star Trek became a reality on paper, only later to become a reality on screen. All right, and lastly, have you been thinking about upgrading your Roku to a new with a Roku Pro remote, the second generation one, with all kinds of new bells and whistles, rechargeable battery, backlit buttons, programmable buttons, remote voice command control just by calling out to your Roku? Well, good news here. Roku has dropped the price of the Pro Remote second generation. This is their voice remote with wireless connectivity, built-in battery, all the stuff we just talked about, to its lowest price out there of $25.58. This will really bring a lot of much requested features like programmable shortcut buttons to your Roku remote. If you've been thinking about getting it but not yet, this new low price may want to make you think about checking out. Link in the show notes if you want all the details about the new remote, see our review, and find out where to buy it. Link in the show notes. Well, that's it for today. Huge thank you to everybody for your support. We'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.